Okay, class, this next problem is factoring by grouping, and it's also going to involve the sum and difference of cubes, which I will get to because you're going to notice that we're going to end up with a sum or a difference of cubes here when we factor this. So the way you can spot a problem like this is it's going to have four terms like this, and anytime it has four terms, sometimes it'll be x cubed, x squared, x number. Sometimes it'll be x to the fourth, x to the third, x number. But either way, you're going to be grouping. And by grouping, I mean you're going to group into these two here. Like these two and these two. These two and these two are going to group into two separate groups. So I'm going to write them down here grouped. It is, x minus x to the, let's rewrite that. X to the fourth plus 3x cubed minus 64x minus 192, like that. All right, so in each one, in this first group right here, I'm going to see what they both divide by. They both have x cubed in them because it has x cubed next to the fourth, so they can both divide by x cubed, which will factor to the outside. That's how you factor something out, is you divide it out of both of them and pull it to the outside. X to the fourth over x cubed is x. 3x cubed over x cubed is positive 3. So it's x cubed times x plus 3. All right? Now, if I do this correctly, what I pull out of this one right here, when I factor it out, it's going to leave x plus 3 on the inside because it has to match. These two have to match to do the grouping correctly. So I need to divide these by 64 for sure. They both divide by 64. But you have to notice, if I want a positive x and a positive 3, I need to divide by negative, right? Negative 64. So I'm going to pull a negative 64 to the outside and do my parentheses. So I pulled this negative 64 out and I get x. Negative 64 over negative 64 is positive 1x. Negative 192 over negative 64 is positive 3. And if I did this right, I'm going to have twins right there. These two are going to be twins. And they need to be if you grouped correctly. So my two factors are the twins, x plus 3. X plus 3. And the outsiders is what I call them, the ones that are on the outside of the parentheses. X cubed minus 64, they combined into one term, x cubed minus 64, like that. All right. So when you get to this spot right here, you're going to notice you have x cubed minus a number, which means hopefully you can spot that this is a difference of cubes because it's subtracting the number. If it were x cubed plus 64, you would do the sum of cubes formula. I would write these formulas down on like a formula sheet so you have them with you. Sum of cubes and difference of cubes. So we're going to use the difference of cubes formula. And for this one, it is x cubed minus, and think of what is the cubed root of 64. Kind of memorize those cubed roots. That would be 4 times 4 times 4. 125 would be 5 times 5 times 5. 216 would be 6 times 6 times 6. So just know those. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. But this one is 4 cubed, which means A is x and B is 4. So when I rewrite this equation, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get x minus 4. Plug those in for A and B. X minus 4 times x squared. See, because x equals A and 4 equals B. Plus 4x, A times B, 4x, plus B squared, which is 4 squared. So 4 squared on the end. And you can just make that 16, right? So this factors out into x minus 4 times, see, because that's the difference of cubes formula used to find the two factors. So it's x minus 4 times x squared plus 4x plus 16, like that. And I still bring this x plus 3 down. So This is completely factored, so my two factors are, my three factors, because it's to the fourth power, so it has three factors here. So x plus 3, x minus 4, x squared plus 4x plus 16. That does not factor any further with the factoring that we do. So that would be your final answer.